But actually, this is the whole trick. You cannot see the magic, you cannot understand these deeper aspects of reality if you are not willing to understand them, if you are not putting effort. Because everything that happens in our lives is based on attraction. So, hey, good morning. This is Sygula, truthfear.com. Another day, another jogging, another vlog. Just woke up recently, so I might be a little bit tired, but I have an idea for you. I'm sure you heard about this phrase, those who do not believe in magic shall never find it. I think this phrase is actually telling us a lot of truth. So what I mean by that, you see, I've been interested in spirituality, metaphysics, paranormal, mysticism, esotericism, all these different fields for many years, for 15-20 years. And during this time I uncovered a lot of hidden truths. So a lot of the ideas that are myths, like, let's say, do we have a soul? If you go through an out-of-body experience or near-death experience, you might find out that we have a soul, right? So once you start digging and trying to figure out some of these claims and ideas and myths for yourself, you might actually learn that a lot of these ideas, these concepts in history are real. And I've experienced tons of this stuff over the years. I was investigating these ideas not only by just education, learning, reading and researching, but also by practice. So I've been putting myself in all sorts of situations, practicing rituals, meditation techniques, psychedelics, different exercises, and through this process I learned that there is truth to a lot of claims. But a lot of skeptics obviously will tell you that all this stuff is fairy tales, BS, there's no such things as spirits, magic doesn't really exist, and all this kind of stuff, right? What I've noticed and what I've learned is that most people who never experience any of this stuff, never even try, they often are completely skeptical and are not willing to put any energy or effort into trying to understand these things. People like Neil deGrasse Tyson, laughing at things like astrology, for example. But, if you look at him, he never even read a book about astrology. So they just dismiss ideas because mainstream colleagues also dismiss that because they did a little bit of phony research here and there, and they decided it doesn't work, so let's leave it, right? But actually, this is the whole trick. You cannot see the magic, you cannot understand these deeper aspects of reality if you are not willing to understand them, if you are not putting effort. Because everything that happens in our lives is based on attraction. So the more attention you put on something, the more you focus on something, the more likely you are gonna attract that. So let's say if you are willing to understand the truth about some of these paranormal or esoteric ideas, first you need to set your mind for it. You need to start having some kind of intentions behind it. Then you need to start doing something behind it. You need to start trying things out, researching, talking to people that claim to have these abilities, experiences. Put yourself in these practices, try exercises, and only if you're gonna be doing exactly that, after some time you might start bringing the truth. So I have a couple of colleagues that are into science and they are skeptical about paranormal or esoteric concepts or anything like that. When I really try, like with one of my friends, I've been telling him for years, you don't believe in any of this stuff, why don't you go and try it? Like, start praying, that you want to see the truth, you want to understand these concepts. Do something about it, not just say, yeah, it doesn't exist. But they will never even bother to do that because they already assume that there is nothing to look there. It's all false. And let me give you an example of that. I interviewed this guy, Daniel Pinchbeck, on True Theory podcast a couple of months ago. He was saying something like he was investigating crop circles. Some people think that crop circles are man-made, but there are some extraordinary crop circles, almost like 3D printing technology, that appear overnight, hundreds of them, if not thousands of them. So it's hard to believe that humans could just create something like that overnight. But obviously those who do not research crop circles thinks it's all bollocks. So he would investigate some of this, and it was interesting when he would have a friend visiting him in England when he was there investigating these phenomena. If the friend would be open-minded, he would go and show him some crop circles, and they would find some extraordinary patterns. On the other occasion, where his friends came over from US and they were absolute skeptics, he wanted to go and show them some crop circles, and they were finding some really crappy ones that looked like they were hoaxes made by humans. So this is exactly what I'm talking about, attitude. It's like, think about, if consciousness creates reality, you only see what you focus on. You only see what you are attracting, what you are putting attention towards. There's also this one interesting guy, and he was saying how he was, spending time with native people, and basically they had all these rituals and beliefs in spirits and all this kind of stuff. And initially he thought they're just, simple people with fairy tales, legends, and nothing to look into.
In the beginning, I sort of looked at this as superstition, uneducated, naive thinking. And over the last 30 years, I've slowly changed. And I want to talk to you a little bit about.
But after spending many years with them, he learned that, they really communicate with spirits. They really have these kind of abilities. So obviously, if you look at something without looking at it properly, you not spend any time into trying to research it, and you are already setting up your mind that this doesn't work, this doesn't exist, then you just won't be able to see it. Because you need to, everything is based on attraction. We attract things that we focus on. So if you have open mind, you want to know the truth, you start investigating, start trying out different things, maybe a psychedelic journey, maybe some kind of out-of-body experience workshop, whatever it is. At some point you have to get there, you have to start getting there. Sometimes it might take weeks, months. It won't be just I tried once or I tried 5 times and didn't work, so that means it doesn't exist. So yeah, think about that, and let me know what you think. If you are enjoying these videos, please share them, subscribe to this channel, and like and comment, and let me know what do you think about these ideas.